Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to Somatic Balance.108. My name is Caroline, I'm your head practitioner. If you're new here, welcome to the channel and I hope you can find what you were looking for. If you're returning to this channel, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about deal and feel. That's very two different matters of approach. We might be able to deal with things a lot, but if we don't feel our way through, we are not processing what we're dealing with. That is not uncommon, especially if we are an avoidant attachment style. I won't go into that depth today. I will start off what they do to you once you are an adult and don't know how to deal or feel your way through life. Just because we are able to deal with things does not mean that we are processing them. What do I mean by that? Let me explain. We probably all, or most of us, have been in a scenario where we have been put under pressure, where we have experienced stress. That can be at home with a partner, or children, or parents. That can be at work with a certain deadline we are supposed to hold and we know this is impossible. That might be in traffic when we're trying to go somewhere under time pressure, and then there's this one time where every single traffic light is red, or a taxi or something is just really slow and not speeding up to the appropriate speed limit. Multiple reasons can occur to put us into a stressed state. Most of the time, we are dealing with that. We are moving through the scenario with not much thinking about it. And most of the time, we don't really have to feel into it too deeply. However, if we are exposed to stress over and over and over again without addressing the stress in the body and feeling through it, that is when we pan up energy. We are suppressing what it makes us feel, and that over time can lead to depression. Let me specify. Depression isn't necessarily clinically depressed where you think you're suicidal or need to take medications or have appointments twice a week with your shrink. No, depression is any state where we are suppressing something that brings us out of alignment. For example, heartbreak. We are grieving, we are sad, we might be overeating, we might not be hungry at all, we might isolate, we might throw ourselves into party. We do one or the other extreme, very likely to distract us. That is our way. Dealing with it doesn't mean that we're feeling through it. The moment we are suppressing something means we are in a depressed state. Just because you're sad does not mean you are clinically depressed. We all have a bad day. Does that mean that you have to see a shrink and have to be heavily medicated? No, that is not what the overall depression word means. There's so many multiple ways of depression. The most common and undiagnosed one is functional depression, particularly common when somebody grew up in a disorganized household, which leads to disorganized avoidant attachment. What does that look like? To the outside, these people continue to function. As the name says, functional depression. They deal with whatever comes their way. They may even keep up their routine very rigorously because that keeps them safe, but that doesn't mean that they are in control of their emotions, behaviors. They might not even be aware. Feeling into it is so foreign to someone who is disorganized avoidant that they deal with everything and thinking they are fine. Until one day, a huge collapse happens, and those are the ones where we say we didn't see it coming. If we have never been taught to feel safely, we literally have no idea what that means. And this seems the most scariest thing we can possibly do. If we are securely attached, well, lucky you. You know how to deal and feel your way through the motions and emotions of life. How to feel safely, especially if we have never been taught how feeling can be safe. Let's say we are worried about something in an unhealthy extent. That then becomes anxiety. We all worry to a degree, but then our rational brain kicks in and deals with it. We weigh up the pros and cons. We weigh up what is the worst case scenario without falling into fear. And we look at what is the best case scenario and find middle ground. We have dealt with it and we have felt through the scenario. With that, our nervous system regulates, knows we are not in life danger, and continues to progress. If we have not learned how to feel our way through something dangerous, threatening, stressful, or joyful, then we can be quickly overwhelmed and shut down. The shutdown mechanism is our safety survival mechanism. Anything that seems scary when we are younger equals to being life-threatening. Our primal brain, the stem brain, is all about survival. If we have dysregulated parents who either never express their feelings or overexpress their feelings with hysteria, shrieking, violence, or other substance abuses, we have no idea how to healthily feel. We know this is not correct. Seeing it the more we grow up, when we are looking around ourselves and the surroundings act differently than what we experience at home. If we have never learned to feel because we had dysregulated parents, that makes it harder coming of age and into adulthood. Our parents might not have been able to express their feelings safely because they have never learned it from their parents. You see, generational trauma is real. We get into that in one of my books, Trauma-Informed Approach. Today, we're going to stick with the surface. If our parents have been either fully mute or hysterical, we have never learned to have a middle ground. We only know shutdown or explosive. Explosive can be incredibly frightening as a child. So we are going to learn shutdown is calm, shutdown is appropriate, and shutdown doesn't scare us or others. Unfortunately, that's not how the world works. If we are never feeling our way through life, we are always living on half burn. We only have one feeling dial. If we dial down on fear, unfortunately, we also dial down on joy. We're living this just about mediocre life where nothing is overly exciting, but equally, nothing is overly scary. Our brain tells us, yes, we are in equilibrium. Nothing can scare us, nothing can hurt us. But also, nothing can fully love us. We may or may not have a disassociated relationship. Avoidance can be in a beautiful relationship with another avoidant because they never talk to each other. These are the relationships from the outside. They look just about okay. They never seem to have trouble. But if you would break them open like a walnut, everything inside is rotten and disconnected. To live your truest self and in a most interconnected relationship filled with love, joy, and all the valleys in between, you have to feel your way through life. Find in the description box below a link to the PDF, which is a deal and feel chart. Download the PDF and take the test. Do you deal your way through life? Or do you feel your way through life? Maybe sit with yourself for a moment and reflect. Do you deal with life or do you feel through life? If you'd like to get your chart analyzed, go into the description box and to our profile, follow the link to our webpage, somaticbalance108.com, and send through the form. We happily evaluate your form for free and give you some small key exercises to apply to start feeling and dealing better. Thank you for watching, and if you have been new here, thank you for sticking to the end. If you have been a returnee, thank you for your support. Hit the bell icon to be notified when a new video comes up. Hit the subscribe button to bring more visibility to the channel, as our credo is healing the world one soul at a time. And like this video and comment what else you would like to talk about. We look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!